Well, welcome to this first Enlightened Leadership Seminar. I am just so pleased that we have come to this point. And how we came to this point, of course, was as a result of you. You know, a while back we got input from our entire field, including ministers and board members, some congregants, licensed teachers, leaders, and asked, how can we be of best service to you? And as a result, it has led to this moment to have these webinars, beginning with this first one tonight. And we're really very excited how this will affect and improve and help you become the enlightened leaders that is already within you, and also to help our spiritual communities continuously evolve and become the best that they can be. I happen to get familiar with the author or the co-author of the book Enlightened Leadership, Doug Krug, maybe 10, 11 years ago. And at the time, at the spiritual community I was at, we were going through some transitions, good transitions, positive things. A lot was happening in a short period of time. And a couple of things, came to me. Number one, I realized that as we were going through these changes and evolutions, I personally did not have all the answers. And I also knew that we were probably not tapping into the potential of all the people that were there. And so I just happened to be introduced to this book, Enlightened Leadership, by a congregant who had used it in their work environment. And as I read it, one of the things that really became clear to me was that this was based upon spiritual principles. And I didn't know till later, when I had an opportunity to meet and speak with Doug, that he was a student of truth, a student of unity, and actually had taken those ideas and began to put them into a form that would be helpful for organizations to be more effective. So as I read through it, I saw nothing but spiritual truth throughout it. But it was applied, beyond the individual, but to the whole organization. There are a couple of things that I believe that are valuable in what he presents. Number one is that enlightened leadership is not so much what you do. We do a number of things. We engage in tasks. We move to achieve goals. But what's more important than anything we do is who we are. And what we're realizing is that it is our state of being, who we are, that's more important than exactly we end up doing. And so, yes, there'll be a lot of practical things that he will present to you. But I realize that behind what we do, there is a state that we're seeking to come to that really determines if we're an enlightened leader or not. And we would call it consciousness. It would be coming from the Christ presence that is within us. And although these things are applied to an organization, make no doubt about it that this is a spiritual process. And we want to maintain focus on that as we go through this experience tonight and throughout the rest of the series and the year together. And I'm very much looking forward to the evolution, the transformations that will take place, and the opportunity to demonstrate more and more of the Christ presence that is within us individually, and also bringing out of us collectively as spiritual communities, because we want to model what it is that we want to see happen in our lives. And you are going to be a great model for those in your spiritual community, and your spiritual communities will be a model for the rest of our movement and for those even outside of the unity movement to see what it means to be an enlightened leader, what it means to be an enlightened organization. And somewhere along the way, it's going to be a great adventure. When you go on an adventure, you don't know exactly how things are going to unfold, but you know that God is in it, so it's going to have to be good. So it's going to be absolutely magnificent, and I'm looking forward to being part of this process with you as we go through this program together.